Today we're removing the front Bose speaker and enclosure from an Infiniti M30. We're going to start with our pry bar and gently pry the edges of the panel around the door lock at the top of the door, releasing clips. When this panel is loose, you will be able to lift it up over the door lock and set this panel to the side. With our pry bar, we're going to start at the leading edge of the control panel on the passenger's door. Pry this panel up, releasing the clip. Grasp the edge and pull it forward towards the front of the car. This will release the back edge of this panel. This panel on the back edge has a little hook that slides in underneath the armrest to lock it in place. With this panel removed, we're going to push the trigger down on the connector, release it, and set this panel to the side. With this panel removed, it's going to give access to two mounting screws inside the opening, one at the front edge of the opening and one towards the rear edge of the opening. With these screws removed, when we're removing this door panel, be sure the connector gets fed back through the panel. Driver's door. We have a larger control panel. Removing this panel is the same. Pry the front edge up of this panel, releasing the clip. Pull it forward to release the back lip that secures it at the back edge, and pull it up out of the opening. With this control panel pulled up out of the opening, you have several connectors here that need to be released, along with two mounting screws inside this opening as well that were vacated when removing this panel and setting it to the side. At the handhold on the door, we're going to take our pry tool and look closely at the bottom of this opening, and there are two small round tabs or screw covers that need to be removed. We're going to remove these screw covers by prying them loose. They are just a pressure fit and will release with a little bit of pry pressure. This is going to give access to two mounting screws in the bottom of this pocket assembly. We're going to remove both screws, one towards the front, one towards the rear. Grasp the edge of this panel and pull it up out of the armrest. It helps lock the door into place. With this removed, we'll be able to remove the door. With our pry bar, gently pry the trim ring from around the door handle. This will again release with pry pressure. We can remove it and set it to the side. Along the bottom edge of the door panel towards the back is the courtesy light. We're going to gently pry the cover from this courtesy light, releasing it, setting it to the side. This will access two mounting screws that secure this courtesy light to the door panel. With these screws removed, you can gently pry this panel out of the door opening. There is a connector here at the back that we're going to push the trigger down into the connector to release, to unlock it and remove it. You'll be able to set this panel to the side, and be sure to feed this connector through the door panel when you are removing and reinstalling. Gently pry along the bottom back edge, work your way across the bottom of the door panel, releasing clips with pry pressure up the front leading edge and up the back leading edge. Pull the bottom of the panel away from the door, and as it's away from the door, lift it up out of the window jamb at the top. The back of the panel will release first, then followed by the front of the panel. This will allow us to feed our connectors through this panel, release the panel, and set it to the side. We're going to check the door to see if any of the clips from the door panel remained on the door, pry them from the door, and place them back on the door panel in their appropriate slots. This will have the door panel ready when reinstalling. This will give access to four mounting screws for the Bose enclosure. This enclosure also houses the Bose amplifier that we see quite often in the shop for repair. With these four screws removed, this panel and enclosure will pull away from the door. This will allow you to access the back of this enclosure. There is a connector at the back of this enclosure that also has a trigger on it that you will release and remove. Hope this video has been helpful. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and please see our website for any updates that you may need or help you may need. Thank you.